Joining me now is Estalene Marlowe at Carolina's Staffing Solutions right here on Main Street in Shallotte. Thanks so much for being with us, Estalene.
And thank you so very much for coming. We really appreciate it.
So you started this business yourself, and you are the owner.
Yes.
And you have several locations throughout throughout southeastern North Carolina and northeastern South Carolina. So tell me about your background and why you decided to go into the staffing business.
Well, my background is this. I was working on the road, so to speak, and with an educational company. And when we did not have work, I decided that I would look for extra income. So one night in the hotel, I just opened a telephone book. And I was not familiar with staffing companies, and I saw one. So I called the next day and called for the staffing company. So they called me for an interview, and I went in. And I did the process, for the application, and thought, well, I'll just wait and see if they give me a call. So they did. The first place they called me was for up in New Bern area at Hatteras Shots. Whole new world for me. So during the process of going in, and I went in, and I was like, when I went into for the reception position and dealing with the clients, they expected me when I went in to know exactly what the person I was filling in for. So I understand when an employee walks into our office sometimes that when they fill in on this position that they are really expected to fill in and know exactly what the client's expecting them to do. And that's very hard sometimes. And our clients train, and sometimes they're not trained. So I was, on the road during this period of time of 3 years. I needed the extra income. So that is how that I was introduced to the staffing.
How long has Carolina Staffing Solutions been open? When did you decide to start this business?
I opened this business in 2002.
Okay, and you've expanded to 3 locations since then.
Yes.
So you told me where those are?
Yes, I have one in Whiteville in Columbus County. I have one in Myrtle Beach in Horry County, and I have the one here in Shallotte.
Okay, so Estalene, you tell me that you have made staffing, your passion.
Yes.
Finding people jobs and finding clients, employees is what you love to do.
Yes, it is my passion. I love it. If you don't, then you cannot do this business. It is a people business. And I have a term that I use, which is not very much used. I have not heard it in the staffing business. It is a matchmaking business. You've got to match the employee to the job, because you can put a person in the position with the client, but say the client likes the employee,
right,
but the employee doesn't like the position with the client, then it's not a fit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be a fit both ways. So that is what I say. It's
Right.
got to be a fit both ways.
And that goes back to what you were talking about with making sure that the employee knows what to expect.
Yes.
And that helps them, you match them up, with the right job for them.
Yes.
All right, well, Estalene, it was great meeting you. We're going to go speak to Ashley, who is your office manager, and she's going to tell you even more about what y'all do here.
Okay, and thank you so very much.
I'm with Ashley Beck, who's the office manager here at Carolina Staffing Solutions in Shallotte. Ashley, tell me about why an individual would use your services.
Well, as a candidate, someone looking for employment, we are a wonderful resource to those individuals who are maybe new to the area or have been here for a while, might have been laid off, just seeking a new venture. It's definitely a great idea to come in and have someone sit down with you and look at your skill set and see what you would be a good fit for. So that's pretty much, why most people come to us for direction.
Yeah, and there are all sorts of people that could use your services, but in particular, you talk about people who relocated to the area, retirees that are maybe looking to pick up a new job, looking for a new adventure. We're getting closer to summer, so high schoolers, college students, they're home for the summer. You're able to work with them.
Yes, actually, we target students who are at least 18 years of age or older due to the nature of our business. We can't really control work hours and things of that
Right.
nature or be on site. So students who are, graduating high school, that are looking for summer employment, college students who are looking to supplement or maybe looking for full-time jobs, whether they be temporary or permanent positions coming right out of college as well, graduating there. And teachers also, anybody
Oh, yeah.
who is affected by, summer schedules, sort of needing some, temporary work, we work with those individuals as well to supplement.
Yeah, tell me about the application process. When somebody comes to you, what's the process there?
Well, of course, when they come to us, sometimes we do remote hires, so we never ever meet the person. And sometimes, they come into the office. We pretty much do walk-ins Monday through Friday between 8 and 11 and 1 and 4. Reason being, it takes about an hour. We do give them the opportunity to take the paperwork with them and then bring it back at their, at their discretion, as long as it's within that time frame. And so they come in, they bring in their 2 forms of identification or whatever IDs pacify the I-9, and we spend some time with them, find out a little bit about what their history is in terms of what they're seeking, what they're qualified for, and we get them in our files. They check in with us weekly. A lot of times that might be the back part of it. Maybe they've been a part of a virtual recruit, they've been hired, they've been sent to us to then process. So that's, what is all involved. We can do all kinds of testing, whether it be, pre-employment drug testing, background check, whatever the case may be. We try to make it as easy of a transition as possible.
Yeah, I talked to Estalene about matchmaking. She was telling me about how it's a matchmaking process and trying to find the right fit for somebody. What do you do when you're working with somebody to find the right job fit for them?
Well, we look at, especially if they're new to the area, and let's say, for instance, they worked in an industry that's not really, booming in our area. We try to pull from their past experience to see what we might have that might be something they could be, a good fit for. So we'll look at their work history, checking their references, and then seeing, of course, what we have that's available that might be of a good fit for them. And if we don't have something that we feel they're really interested in, for instance, we'll get someone who's been a line cook forever and they really want to get out of the food service industry, but then we'll look and see, look at some other areas in which they've worked in before and try to see if we can put them in a different direction, because we always want to set someone up with something that's going to work for both the employer and the employee. So it is matchmaking. We have to make sure that it's going to fit either, for the long term, if that's the case, or if it's, just something seasonal. We try to make everybody happy within that area.
Yeah, what's the difference between working with an employee in seeking employment and an employer who's trying to find somebody to work for them? What do you do to the clients that are looking for people to work for them?
Well, as far as the employers, this is a very busy time that's, coming up, the summer season. Those employers would contact us. They would pretty much give us the parameters in which they're seeking for someone, whether it be temporary, temp to permanent, the schedule, what are the requirements, job duties. Duties are, job descriptions are so essential to make sure that we can find the person who can perform those essential functions. No matter if it's the primary, the sedentary, or whatever the case. So when those employers contact us, we definitely try to find the best fit for them, and the employers can be involved as much or as little as they would prefer, whether that be having us select someone or them review resumes or whatever the case. we definitely can accommodate them and, whatever their process needs to be, because we know they're busy and they can focus on their business, so we can focus on finding that perfect match.
And so it takes that job searching part out of their job and helps them focus on their business. So
Absolutely.
y'all are here for them.
Yes, we're really here, for the employers to find the best fit for them. And as far as the employees coming in, it's really the same, but of course we work for the employers in the area to find that best fit. And as far as individuals coming into us, a lot of times those jobs are already sitting around waiting for someone to fill them. So you never know if you're going to come in today and have a job filled today, or if you come in this week and then a job comes available next week. You're checking in with us, we're checking in with you, and the rest is history.
All right, well, Ashley, that's such awesome information about job searching and recruitment and all that good stuff. About if there's anybody out there that's looking for a job, or anybody who has a business that needs employees, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, of course, we're right here on Main Street, 4480 Main Street, Shallotte. They can also email me. They can look on our website, carolinasstaffing.com. We're also on social media. However you need to get up with us, we're here to serve the Brunswick County. We also have other offices as well. So we work with New Hanover County as well as Columbus and Horry County, actually.
All right, well, Ashley, Beck, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.